A great poster is both eye-catching and informative, effectively conveying the feel and tone of the film it's selling and persuading you to part with your hard-earned cash once said film opens in cinemas. They can be a piece of art in their own right, and we've seen some truly gorgeous ones over the years. But because we're so used to giving them quick glances while we're walking through a multiplex or skimming over them while browsing an article, a lot of the hidden details and secrets found in certain movie posters can easily go overlooked. Let's look at some! I'm Ben from Whatculture, and here are 10 fiendishly clever secrets hidden in famous movie posters. Number 10. Gremlins. Gremlins is a classic family movie that stood the test of time and is revered to this day, and funnily enough, its poster hides a secret referencing another classic family movie that stood the test of time and is revered to this day. Look closely at the Gremlins poster, and paying attention to the button on Billy's jeans, you can make out the logo of Amblin Entertainment, the company that produced both Gremlins and E.T. The logo is actually a nod to the famous scene from the latter film showing a bicycle flying through the sky. Number 9. Legend. Every film gets bad or mixed reviews, it's just the way it is. Legend, the 2015 crime drama starring Tom Hardy and his brother Hom Tardy, also received some bad reviews, but instead of reading them and crying, the movie's marketing team chose to put a sneaky, positive spin on one particular score, using it as fuel to make the movie look even more critically lauded than it actually was. Amidst a sea of 4- and 5-star reviews, a 2-star review is nestled between the two brothers' shoulders, and that is a clever marketing team. Number 8. Passengers. Passengers, starring two of the hottest properties on the planet in Chris Pratt and the one I reckon broke him and Anna Faris up. What is wrong with you, J-Law? Simply didn't live up to the hype that those two mega A-list names warranted. The poster contained a mystery too, on top of the one at the heart of the film itself. What exactly does the series of dots and slashes placed just below the title text mean? It doesn't take a genius to work out this is Morse code, but since most normal people aren't overly fluent in that particular form of communication, the help of a translator is needed. However, given the film's premise, it should actually be obvious, as the sequence shown on the poster reads SOS. Number 7. Baby Driver. It seems this gets said every time Edgar Wright releases a new film, but his latest might actually be his best. Baby Driver is a smooth, action-packed pseudo-musical that's as slick and inventive as we've come to expect from Simon Pegg's best friend. His creativeness also appears to have rubbed off on the marketing team, as one of the posters for the film proves. As it involves a lot of heists, shootouts, and driving, the gun, tire tracks, and car are appropriate and easy to spot. However, Baby Driver also involves a lot of music, and something you might not have noticed is that those tire tracks also double as sound waves. Number 6. Brave. The plot of Pixar's Brave finds Merida, a young, rebellious princess, and her family trying to defeat a gigantic, angry demon bear by the name of Mor'du. Spoiler alert! They're successful. Mor'du is crushed by a falling rock, bringing peace and tranquility to the Scottish Highlands. Mor'du actually makes a stealthy appearance in the film's poster, but he's disguised as a rock, the very object that will eventually end up killing him. Fun. Take a look at the rocks shrouded in mist and dotted in and around the giant letters, and train your eyes on the rock in between the letters V and E. You can just about make out two bright yellow eyes at the top of the rock and two slight ears going off to the sides. Mor'du is watching. Number 5. The Dark Tower. The recently released adaptation of Stephen King's The Dark Tower hasn't exactly landed with the splash that the source material deserves, and it remains to be seen if we'll be given any more films set in this universe. The studio must have known they had a dud on their hands though, since they didn't begin the film's marketing push until March of this year, just a few months out from the release. However, it was during this month that this poster dropped, and oddly, for a film called The Dark Tower, the poster featured no such tower in sight. Or so it would appear. If the poster is viewed in negative, the titular Dark Tower is revealed in all its menacing glory. Number 4. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Aliens? Shit! If only we'd all paid more attention to the film's poster, we'd have known that aliens were coming and so could have avoided this film at all costs. The poster features Indy stood in front of a giant crystal skull, but look closer between the eyes of the skull and you can see what appears to be the face of an alien creature sat just above the dark patch that is the skull's nose. It's hard to make out even with a zoomed in look, and that was probably the point. Maybe the marketing team didn't want us to know that Indiana Jones was about to be ruined. Number 3. The Dark Knight Rises. Here the poster is quite simple and there's not a lot going on, but one area in particular appears to contain the famous Superman symbol tucked away to the side and disguised as a piece of rubble. Let's take a closer look. On the far left, directly in the middle, there's a piece of rubble that looks a lot different to those found in the rest of the poster. It looks out of place and it's hard to unsee once you know it's there. It also looks a little like the classic Superman S logo, just tipped on its side slightly. Is it a load of bollocks? Was it an intern just messing around? Or is there actually something to it? We'll never know. Number 2. Halloween. The original Halloween film is still the best in the franchise, even after 39 years and 9 more entries. Its iconic poster is just as scary and succinctly captures the minimalist feel of the film's slasher premise, but despite its simple design, it's still got room for a stealthily hidden image. This hidden image can be seen on the knife-wielding hand, featured prominently on the poster. The bulbous veins, when combined with certain light and dark patches, come together to form a screaming face. Still don't see it? Ignore the thumb and look at the 4 main knuckles. The very top knuckle is the eye, the second knuckle down is the nose, and the gap in between the pinky and ring finger knuckles is the mouth. Number 1. The Silence of the Lambs. The Silence of the Lambs poster is one of the most iconic in cinematic history, with the impossible-to-forget ghost white image of Jodie Foster's Clarice Starling contrasted by a brightly coloured moth, complete with a skull on the back of its head. There's more to that than meets the eye, though. If you look closely, you can see that it's actually made up of 7 naked female bodies. This composition is taken from a photo by Salvador Dali that depicts several naked women joined together to form a skull shape. It was actually director Jonathan Demme who gave this idea to the marketing team, with the use of females being a reference to the film's serial killer, Buffalo Bill, who skins the corpses of his female victims. And that's our list. Make sure you subscribe to the Whatculture YouTube channel for more lists like this, and don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. I'm Ben from Whatculture, and you can follow me here on Twitter @confused_dude, and thanks for watching.